Hello, hello, it's Tash and Ro.
Welcome to or welcome back to
It's Saturday,
your personal self-care pod where you can escape the work week and unwind with your two besties.
No matter what day of the week it is, but for us, it's Saturday.
All right.
Oh my God.
Christmas is out.
Christmas is out. I wore red though, so I feel a little jolly, but
We look like Valentine's Day right now. You're wearing red. I'm wearing
we do. That's coming up. Dude, I had such a morning. I haven't even told you about my morning yet.
Tell me.
You know, when you just have a morning when everything just kind of goes wrong. But first of all, I woke up and I was feeling so good. Like I had a good night's sleep, was up at 5:50. I woke up to the light of my alarm, rolled out of bed like just before 6 because I wanted to have time to like stretch before I worked out. Because last time I woke up early, I felt like I didn't have time. Anyway, I go to get my watch. It's plugged in, but it wasn't charging. And I was like, bro,
why wasn't it? It just was in the bad position or something?
So I think what happened was we needed an extra cube and Matt had like this really old one. So I just used that one and switched mine for somewhere else. So I think this cube, because it's literally like 15 years old, that it just maybe wasn't compatible with the Apple Watch part of it.
Got you.
Anyway, so watch is dead. And I'm like, well, how's anyone going to know I'm going to work out if I don't have my watch?
I only woke up at 5:50 so that I can show people that I did a workout before.
So I went back to bed. No, I'm kidding.
We will never know if you did.
We will never know. No, I went downstairs. I charged it, went downstairs, started working out for 15 minutes, ran back upstairs because this showed me I'm literally addicted to my watch. I couldn't just do the workout without tracking it.
I know the other day, or it was like last month, I did a workout without my watch because the same thing, like my watch battery is just so bad now that it's like I can't even get it through a full day now. It will die.
Oh my gosh.
And I did one without it and it was just so unsatisfying because I'm like,
I know.
How long have I been doing this for? I have no idea how many calories I burn. Like, did I even do anything? What's my heart rate at?
Exactly, right? Because sometimes you think like, oh, feels really good. And you look down, you're like, oh, my heart rate's chill. Like I gotta like pump it up a bit more. Like I gotta step it up. Anyway, so I went back, got it. It was like 10% charged. I'm like, good enough. Like worked out for another 30 minutes. Went and put it back on the charger while I showered and got ready for work. Rush, get ready for work, leave. I get to work. Don't have my freaking watch on. I'm like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? It's like all icy from all of the rain and snow that had just fallen. And I didn't want to like take the icy path to one door. So I was like, I'm going to go to the other door and use a swipe pass I have instead of a code at the other door. I go bring all this stuff. I have so much shit because I'm a teacher. I literally have so much stuff every day that I'm bringing to school. Carrying it, try not to fall. Swipe my card. Card doesn't work. Apparently the card doesn't work before 8 a.m. I got there at like 7:55 and I'm like sick. So now I had to walk all the way back to their side. I started walking all the way back. I fall on the ice. All my stuff falls. No. I was like, it's not even 8 a.m. And I've literally had like 6 bad things happen to me. And these are supposed to come in threes.
Yes.
And it's just doubled up. And I was like, dude.
And there was no snow day. So you're probably like, this sucks.
Sorry, that is the crucial part of the story. Woke up, immediately checked my email because by 6 a.m. they let you know if it's a snow day or not. And they're like, buses are running. I was like, bro, I was really banking on a snow day. I was in the mentality that I was going to have a chill ass day, have like 8 kids. That was not the case.
No.
It was a busy day from the moment I woke up until now. Even like when I was driving here, I was telling you, sorry, Matt, but your camera bag was like half out the door. So it was just dangling the whole way here, slapping against the car. I was like, what is that noise? Like,
it's your Apple Watch.
My Apple Watch is dangling on the side, slapping. I'm like, dude, it's just been a day where I'm like, I need a reset. I need to go to bed and wake up tomorrow and hopefully have a much
Honestly, thank God you had the pod today because I feel like
thank God.
Whenever we have bad days, I'm like, I just hope that it's on a day we're recording because I 100% feel better afterwards.
It's very much true. At least I can vent and I get to see your beautiful face. That was just the start of my day today. I hope your day started off way better.
My day was chill. It was really slushy outside though because it snowed like 20 centimeters, but then it was like 5 degrees today.
Yeah.
I will say it's such a workout walking in that like heavy slushy
It really
snow.
Is. Yeah.
I was dying. I was like, oh my God, my calves are so much. I felt like I did a full workout.
It's kind of like when you're walking or running in water, right? Yes. Like it's so hard. Yes. So just like slows you down.
Yeah. Oh my God. But no, it was pretty chill. How was your ski weekend though?
Oh my gosh, guys. So I bought my ski pass again this year. So this is the second year I bought a ski pass, and they're really expensive. So I need to ski at least 7 times to like basically pay off my pass. And last year I like just made that cutoff. So I'm really trying to ski a lot this year. So we went up this weekend with 2 friends, and I gotta say, I'm getting pretty good, man.
Oh my
like,
God, are you like a skater? A skier now?
I'm like a ski girl now, I think. Like, I actually have confidence now. Like, I'm not like totally afraid shitting myself when I'm going down the hills. And I feel like it's just way more intuitive. Like, before I'd really be thinking of like the motions my body is going through, like in my brain. And sometimes I'd even be like saying out loud, like, okay, like turn, like down, up, like turn, down, up, like do this, do that. And now I just kind of do it. I'm like not great by any means, but I think by the end of this season, I'm going to be pretty good.
Oh my God.
And I can maybe do, no, I don't think I'll be able to do a black diamond, but I can do definitely squares. Definitely can pop in some squares. I'm doing squares now, but maybe more harder squares.
That's awesome. Are squares like the harder ones? I only
Yeah,
know
it's like,
green, so I don't know anything
it's
past
like,
that.
it's like circles, squares, and then diamonds. And yeah, like the blue, the green, the black kind of thing. And actually Matt was really proud of me too. He told me, he actually was like, he's like, you know, the last couple times I wasn't too sure if we were ever really going to be able to ski together. But after today, we'll definitely be able to like ski together, like, and actually ski together on like in the future. Like he skis with me all the time, but he's like slowing it down.
Oh, I
like,
can't wait till you guys have
me.
kids and your kids are going to be little baby skiers.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny
So
you say that, because Matt's mom has saved all of Matt's like ski goggles since like the beginning. So like some of them are like, so small, and just like seeing them, you're like, oh my gosh, like one day maybe our kids will use these.
It's kind of demoralizing when you're on the ski hill and you see this little baby like literally ripping it past you, and you're like dying, and this kid is like on a snowboard like doing flips, and you're like, oh my God, like what is going on?
Dude, it's because kids are fearless.
Yes.
They don't know what it's like to feel pain yet, and they don't know what it's like to get hurt. And if they get hurt, so what? Like if I get hurt, I literally can't do my jobs. Like if I break a leg, break an arm, like I'm screwed. I can't serve. I can't really teach with a broken arm. That'd be so hard.
No.
Not with my job.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a sick weekend. We're going back this weekend, back next weekend. So I'm putting in the hours, I'm putting in the work, and I'm just super stoked.
And then Caribou's gonna be around the corner, and you're just gonna be like, I fucking love
maybe
here.
I'll go down the hill. Maybe I'll cross the water.
Imagine.
Absolutely not.
No, absolutely not. Oh my God. Okay, well, my weekend was super chill. Because going into like our New Year's resolution was like stop eating out as much.
Okay, yeah.
We don't really go out to dinner that often, but like we were just kind of like, let's even reduce that even more, because we can spend that money, get some good like grocery items, and make like a bomb ass dinner. Yes. So literally, my favorite like ideal date night is going to Farm Boy, like bawling out.
Yes.
We ended up getting some like Wagyu steaks that they had that weren't that
what?
expensive. It made no sense. They were like the same price as like a regular steak.
Farm Boy has Wagyu steaks.
They had Wagyu steaks this time.
Crazy.
I've never seen them before. They were at like $25 each, which I'm like, at a restaurant, this would be like $100.
Well, it's just like wine too, right? Like you see a wine bottle at the LCBO, it's $20, and then at a restaurant, it's like $80.
Yes.
So you're like, okay.
Yeah. So we got some steaks. We made like steak frites. We made salad.
Well, you say we when I know it was you.
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
Yeah, we. But you know what we did that I'm going to start doing every time I cook now is we played Italian music, like classic Italian music.
Oh my God, what a vibe.
And we had our little aprons on, and it was such a vibe to just like play Italian music and cook. And it just got me so excited for Italy. Like I was like, oh my God, if this is just like a little taste.
We're going to have a real person singing it like to us while we're on a mountain in Positano doing a cooking class.
I'm going to cry. I'm going to like, please.
I'm never going to leave. I'm never going to leave.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds so romantic.
It was really, really nice. The only thing it was missing was some wine. I was like, I really want to drink.
You're doing dry jam.
Yeah. So we were like, so I'm like, honestly, I was like, damn it, I really wish we could drink. But it was still really, really fun without any alcohol. We ended up making like some mocktails actually that I want to talk about. So because I was like, okay, how am I going to get through this month without drinking, when sometimes in the evening I like having like a little drink, whether that's like tea or like whatever, just something to like sip on. So I found this recipe, and it's like with tart cherry juice. And tart cherry juice apparently is like naturally like really good for sleeping. It has like melatonin in it and stuff. Okay. So it's like they call it the sleepy girl cocktail because it really helps you fall asleep. So it's tart, cherry juice, and then like a bubbly of your choice, and lime juice, and just like a little bit of honey or agave, and you just like mix it up.
Sounds so yummy.
And it's like nice, and it kind of like, you put it in a wine glass and it kind of looks like wine.
Yeah, it sounds really pretty.
Yeah, so like honestly, we just made those and it was really good. And
wow.
Yeah.
Where do you get tart cherry juice from?
You can get it from any like grocery store. Like
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, all of our grocery stores have it. Yeah.
That sounds so good.
It was good. Yeah. So that's definitely been like my go-to. We have so much tart cherry juice now that I'm like every night just like tart cherry juice.
Sleepy girl every night instead of like sleepy tea. It's just sleepy mocktail.
Girl. Yeah, sleepy girl mocktail. So
oh my god, I love that. You should post a recipe.
Yes, I will. Yeah.
Okay. Because I know a lot of people are trying to like cleanse and do dry January.
Yes. So yeah, and I've been drinking a lot more tea. Like
same, I had tea before coming.
Dude, me too. I had tea.
I had a lemon tea. What did you have?
I had a chai because I need a little pick me up.
A little spice.
But in the mornings, I'm having green tea, and it just honestly tea in the morning. And I'll still have coffee, but like just like first thing in the morning, it's just having a tea.
Something
is nice.
Warm is really nice. That's like not coffee. Yeah. I had my moringa powder today too. We're back on the moringa powder, which is really good for you. You like mix with some orange juice and some water. That's why when I dropped my stuff, it was so devastating because I literally had coffee, water, and moringa powder, and I'm like trying to carry that and all my other shit. Thankfully, I didn't drop any of my liquids. So I'm like, why do I have so many liquids all the time?
That's not you when you made it when you have like 5 different drinks at your desk. You're like, yes. Oh my god. How is your like journaling going though too?
Oh, it's going really good. Okay. Yeah, I'm really loving it. I'm just writing. I'm like writing memories. I'm writing gratitudes. I'm writing to-do lists. So I'm still just loving that. It's just like free form and it's not restricted.
Yes.
And I feel like I'm more motivated. I feel like I just got such the ick from 5 Minute Journal. Like I loved it for so long and I just got so bored of it. It's honestly the same thing for like 3 years.
This needs to be said. Like the 5 Minute Journal, I tried it and I just could never get into it. Okay. What are you grateful for? And it was so structured. Yeah. So you're right in saying like it's nice to just have that free form of whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah. Because like maybe I'm like actually just not grateful today and I'm like pissed off and like maybe I just need to write about that, you know,
and
vent, like just vent it out. Exactly.
Yeah.
So no, I'm still really enjoying it, and it actually inspired Matt. He busted out his old journal again that I got him a few years ago. It's the same. Actually, it turned out to be like the same one that I'm using, just a different color, but with like the dots as well. Nice. So we're trying to like set aside like 15 minutes like here and there, like together, just like sit down and like let's just journal.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. That's so nice. You inspired me. I've like started to just like write like at least one little page a day of like what happened that day, just because I like looking back. Like I used to do that all the time, and it's nice to just look back and be like, oh my god, I forgot this happened. Or whatever.
Like it's like those memories just get like reignited. You all, like literally probably would have forgot about that happening unless you had read about it again. So
oh, I love that so much.
So fun.
And then the other thing I want to talk about is I started doing the 12-3-30 because you sent it to me.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Tell me.
First of all, you think it's going to be easy because you're just walking. My heart rate is at like 130 the entire time, 135. Like, because you're walking uphill. So for anyone who doesn't know, the 12-3-30 is essentially at an incline of 12 on a treadmill at a speed of 3 for 30 minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
Which really doesn't, you're like 3, like, okay.
Yeah. A speed of 3 is like a good pace walk, but you're uphill. So you're literally, it feels like you're climbing, like it literally feels like you're hiking up a hill for 30 minutes, not stopping on the same pace. So that's what gets you. At the beginning you're like, wait, this is a joke, but the fact that you're doing it for 30 minutes, by the end you burn 300 calories easily.
No way.
Yes, for 30 minutes.
Oh my god, I love. So and I need a treadmill.
And it's nice because you can just put on, like, I just have YouTube going or a show, and you're just kind of like watching a show, and you forget that you're on this thing. Well, you don't forget because you're sweating, but you're kind of like, well, I can push through because I'm watching. But I feel like
you're also, when you watch something, you're kind of distracted too from like the pain and discomfort because you're into the show instead of just like not listening or watching anything. Like you definitely need to be doing something instead of just like going up this mountain. That'd be really hard. Oh, I'm glad you like it.
I really like it. And apparently I was telling Farzad about it and he was like, oh, all the bodybuilders do that because bodybuilders can't run because they're just like so top heavy, I guess. And like it's bad on their knees. Yeah. So they all do the 12-3-30. That's like what they do for cardio. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like,
how many is that the max incline that your treadmill does?
12. Yeah.
Sick. Oh my god, now I really want treadmill.
Tracy and Richard.
No, they actually have an old bike they're gonna get give us.
Oh my God, sick.
So we need to go pick up an old bike from them, which is sick.
Keep an eye out for Facebook Marketplace. Sometimes they like
how much is a
random
treadmill? Like what would that cost?
It really depends. Like there's some that are $500-$600. I know that you can get like some cheaper ones.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I just got my dad's old one. Thanks, Dad. Like I don't know how much it was.
If anyone's getting rid of one, let me know. I will take it off your hands.
Oh my God. And yeah, okay. Well, let's get into some random shit. Or you have one. I'm sorry. Let's talk about that.
Oh, okay. This is kind of funny. So I'm sorry, but the smaller the plane, the less safe I feel.
I can't agree more. Did you hear about that thing that happened on that plane to
the door coming off?
The door coming off?
And there's a video with like the moon and the stars in the freaking sky right by, and they're doing the emergency landing.
Crazy.
How did the door even come off?
It just flung off. And then my dad was on his way to San Francisco and he was going on the same type of like model plane that was, and they canceled his flight because it was like a safety thing. They're checking all of those models to make sure, like, I don't know if that doesn't happen again.
The small plane model. Yeah, like literally, there's this one called like Bear Claw in like Ontario. I think everyone calls it like Scare Bear, and it's literally the ones where it's like 2 seats on one side and then like 1 row on the other side. Mm-hmm. And every time I've been in one of those planes, I'm like, I might die.
I'm gonna die.
I'm gonna say my goodbyes now. I don't have a will. What am I gonna do? And I just feel like so like cooped up. It just is terrible. I would rather have not too big of a plane, just like somewhere sweet spot in the middle.
The only small plane I'm getting on is a private plane.
Yeah, it's a PJ. I feel really safe in a PJ.
I feel safe.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the dream.
Gosh. No, 100%. That's so funny.
Okay, should we actually let's jump into social for a second, because I wanted to ask if you've seen or even listened to Rachel from Vanderpump Rules, Rachel Levis's new pod.
I was like, who the fuck is Rachel?
Yeah, I know, right? Raquel.
No, I have not.
Okay, I started it.
I would just hate listen.
Yeah, I was like kind of hate listening. I actually didn't hate listen to Everybody Loves Tom yet.
Okay, I haven't listened to either one.
Did you see he had Francesca Farrago on as a guest? I really want to listen to that one because she's from Ottawa and I used to work with her, and I just feel like that would be interesting. I'm surprised she went on his podcast, honestly.
Yeah.
But I listened to a bit of Rachel's and it's kind of cringy. I don't know. I feel like she just didn't practice enough. And it's just like one of the producers is just like asking her a bunch of questions. And I feel like it's her own little like therapy session. And she said like basically she's going to be like reviewing like every week episode of season 11 and like giving her side of the story. But this pod like isn't just me like doing that. I'm like, well, it kind of sounds like that's literally just what you're doing.
I hate podcasts where they're just like, we're rewatching this and talking about it. I'm like, I don't care. Yeah. That's like an after program show for a show. Like that's not really a podcast. And I do find now with all these celebrities doing podcasts, I feel like a lot of people are doing podcasts. You have to understand that like podcasting etiquette is so different than if me and you were just having a conversation.
Yeah.
People can be cut off. We're kind of talking on top of each other. There's all this stuff. And you could be yes to everything I'm saying. But in a podcast, you're not doing that. And I find sometimes with these like celebrities, they get on a podcast and they don't know podcast etiquette. And it shows so quickly that you don't know it.
It's so true.
Yeah.
I feel like Kate Hudson has a podcast. Sophia Bush has a podcast. Emrata has a podcast. Katie Maloney from Vanderpump Rules has a podcast with now a new one because she had her own, or she had one with Tom Schwartz, I think. Or herself, I forget. And now she has one with one of that girl that was on the season 9, I think for one season, Dana or something. Oh yes, Dana. Yeah. That blonde girl. They have a podcast now. Okay. I'm like,
did she do something to her face, Katie? She looks different.
Oh
No,
I thought you meant the other girl. I'm like, the other girl definitely got some work done. Yeah. Katie, I think she might have just like lost some weight in her face. Okay. I don't know.
She looks really pretty now. Not that I'm saying she wasn't pretty before, but there's something different about her, and I can't put my finger on it.
Something about her.
Something about her.
Nice plug
when
there.
Is that place opening? Oh my god!
I
don't know. Never. Okay. They're all so busy that it's like it's never gonna happen. It's crazy. Okay, speaking of like podcast etiquette, this has been on the notes for a bit, but there's definitely a thing of having toilet etiquette. Okay. So if I come to your house and you have me over for like a dinner party and I go to use your bathroom and there's like TMI, there's like a pink rim around your toilet, and you guys know what I'm talking about. When you haven't cleaned your toilet in a while, it gets so dirty that there's
Why
like
does it go pink? That's so random.
I don't know why it goes pink actually, but it becomes pink because you just haven't cleaned it in that long, and it's like a dead giveaway if you haven't cleaned your toilet in a while and there's a pink rim.
It's the stinky pink.
It's a stinky pink. That's too good. That's too good. We gotta brand that.
Yeah,
stinky pink. Don't have the stinky pink on your toilet.
Don't do that.
Even men, I'm looking at you guys too, like women, men, whoever, just like clean your toilets, guys. It's disgusting.
Clean your toilets. I 100% agree. I'd be so embarrassed. I literally, if someone comes over, the first thing I'm doing is cleaning the bathroom.
100%.
Even if I just cleaned it 3 days ago, I need to clean it again because it needs to look as if no one has ever used it in our entire lives.
Yes, exactly. And the thing is too, is sometimes, you know, guys are like, people don't notice things like that. Like I'm cleaning, like I'm a little bit crazy. I'm like cleaning random places that like no one's even going to look at. The one place they will look at is the toilet because everyone's going to use the toilet.
Yes.
So if you're going to just do the bare minimum, just clean your toilet.
And the inside is the bare minimum.
Yes.
Like outside, okay.
Yeah.
But inside?
But inside, you got to do it. There's some weird TikToks out there, though, of people cleaning their toilets, and they put if you've not seen these, they put so many products in there, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's like a weird niche of like TikTok. It's like clean TikTok. Okay.
Clean talk. I need to
clean
send
talk.
me some.
Yes.
Some of these weird ones.
And they add like, I don't know, this like foaming stuff. It's like foaming out and it's like rainbow liquid. And I'm like, this is insane.
Damn. I use Barkeeper's Friend and it's so good.
I use that for my sink.
Yeah, yes. It's good for sinks, for toilets, for like literally every kind of surface. It's so good.
Yeah.
I learned that from TikTok, from Clean Co.
Yes.
This company. But also I think toilet etiquette also goes the reverse way. If you go, I think this more is for men. If you go to someone's house, especially if it is a woman's house or if a woman lives there and you go use their bathroom and you don't put the seat down, I think that's fucking rude.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to touch. I never have to touch that, like ever. Like Matt always puts the seat down.
Oh, so it's so bad at that, and that's like one of my.
Actually, today he didn't put the seat down. I was like, I made a joke. I was like, whoa, did Eric Patterson come over? Because whenever Eric comes over, he never puts the seat down. I'm just like, God. Dude, I don't want to touch. I never have to touch that, and that's all boy pee on there because I never lift up the seat, so anything that's gross on there came from a boy.
Toilet etiquette.
And I should not have to touch
I don't deserve that. And if I'm going to the bathroom in the middle of the night and I fall in because you didn't put the seat down.
That happened to me once.
Happened to me once. It's happened to everyone, all of us.
Oh my God.
It's happened to the best of us. And it all goes back to
disgusting.
Men. It's disgusting.
Men. Why?
Why?
Why are you doing this to us? Oh my God, that's way too funny.
No, we got it. It has to be said. You know what I mean? There's some men listening and we're going to save lives out here just talking about
We're going to save lives. We're going to save relationships. You're welcome.
Yes, you're welcome.
Okay, I wanted to talk to you about this new travel rule for Brazil because you just got back from Brazil.
Oh.
So now, apparently, or starting very soon, if you go to Brazil, before you book your ticket, you're going to need to get a visa now. And you have to show that your bank account has at least $2,000 in it.
What?
Or they won't give you a visa.
Sorry, for Canadians or for everybody?
Oh, for everybody, for Canadians, Australians, Americans, but Americans only have to show if they have, I think Americans have to show if they have more. I think they have to show 3,000 and Canadians and Australians have to show 2,000 or vice versa.
That makes no friggin' sense.
Super weird. Like you just send a screenshot of your bank statement, like saying that you have at least
Photoshop
this much money. I know. First of all, if you don't have $2,000 in your bank account, why are you traveling?
Yeah, why are you
traveling to Brazil? Second of all, I was like saying to Mom, like, I feel like that could be like people are trying to like scam you and then like, oh, this person has so much money in their bank account, let's find out when they're landing and let's mug them and fucking take all their money.
Oh my God, that's so true.
Like what? Why would you need to know that?
That makes no sense. Also, why do you have to get a visa? I feel like when you have like a Canadian passport, American passport, that's just automatically you can travel everywhere.
Not to Brazil anymore, so you're lucky you went when you did.
Well, check that off the list.
Yeah.
No more conferences over there.
Isn't that so weird?
That's crazy. Also, can we talk about this whole like 6-month expiry thing? Because I feel like a lot of people don't know that.
Okay, yes.
So Fahad, he was on the podcast. I was like one of our friends, but you guys know him. So he was on the pod. They were going to Kuwait to visit his family with his wife, and literally the day before or the day of their flight, they go there. I don't know the exact story. They like got to the airport.
It was the day of their flight.
Yeah.
They were going to fly.
They were going to fly. They get to the airport and they're denied because his passport was 6 months away from expiring. And if you guys don't know this, and I definitely did not know this, if your passport is expiring in 6 months, you still have to get it renewed before you travel, because a lot of countries won't let you into their country if your passport's expiring in 6 months.
Yeah, I actually did know this,
Okay.
but I think it's such a stupid rule. And I think it really just depends on your luck, because he had been traveling to Colombia, to the States, and his passport was in that 6-month expiry range and they were still letting him go. So that's why he like didn't catch it either. And then he got to this flight and they were like, oh, your passport expires in like 3 months. Like you can't go. And he's like, what? They're like, yeah, like under 6 months. But also like, why not just extend it then? Like that's, or like make it shorter. Like why have a 5 year
Why even have an expiry date then?
Yeah, why have an expiry date? Like, you have an expiry to the expiry date. Like,
Yeah.
that's so ridiculous.
No.
I wonder if that's just a Canadian thing or if that's an American.
That's like if you had like, I don't know, a loaf of bread or whatever, and it was like, this is when it's expiring, and then it's like, actually it's like 4 weeks before the expiry.
Yeah, it's actually expired.
It's already expired. Throw it out.
It's already expired.
That doesn't make any sense. I did not know that, so I'm glad he said
Yeah,
that.
I forget how I learned that lesson. I think it was another like similar story to someone this happened to, and that's why the last time I got my passport renewed, I did the 10-year.
Me
because
too. 10 year.
why do 5 years goes by so
Guys,
fast?
just do the 10-year. Why not just do? It's the same. It's like the same price. I'm pretty sure.
Like it takes pretty much, it feels like it takes a year to get your passport sorted out, and then it's going to expire basically a year before it's actually expired. So really you only have 3 years to use that passport.
no, you just do the 10-year.
Grow up and do the 10-year.
Do it.
Okay, have you seen that Ontario is going to have alcohol sold in convenience stores in like 2 years?
No way.
Yes, by 2026 apparently.
Finally, so like gas stations,
Gas
and, like,
stations, I think grocery stores. So like
a lot of more grocery stores in my area are selling alcohol finally.
yeah, but it's only beer, right?
Beer and wine.
Yeah.
So like
Which-
actual hard liquor too.
I'm very excited for that, to just be able to have like a one-stop shop. I hope Food Basics sells them. I feel like they won't.
It'll be like cheap liquor. So you can only get Smirnoff here.
Yeah, no name vodka. Does
Oh
that
my God.
exist? That would be sick.
Oh my god. That reminds me. I got the White Claw
Okay,
vodka.
that's what I was gonna say.
No.
That's what I was literally gonna say. I was like, have you tried the White Claw vodka
I literally
yet?
bought it, but I haven't tried it because we're doing fucking dry Jan. But
okay.
yeah, I bought it.
At the LCBO?
Yes.
What flavor did you get? Or
I think
like
we just got like the
regular?
regular one.
Okay.
Yeah, but I want to try the
Ooh.
flavored ones too.
Why don't we do a taste test like on the pod in February?
Okay.
Why don't we do a blind taste test, and we can have like the White Claw and then like a cheaper
Another one.
brand, so like Absolute and Smirnoff, and then like one that we normally drink, so like a Ciroc or like a Kettle One, and then we can see which one.
Tito's or something.
Tito's, we'll see which one. You could rate them like 1, 2, 3.
Done.
Ooh.
A little shot and rate.
Yeah.
Rate and shot. I'm down.
I haven't
Okay.
done a blind taste test in a little while.
Let's do
that.
it. I'm so excited. Okay. I'm going to change gears like a lot because I want to talk about mini Highland cows. Have you heard about these mini Highland cows?
I've never once in my whole life.
Oh my god, look how cute they are.
Stop.
They're all over my For You
What?
page. They're like these miniature guys. Pause
God.
the pod and just type mini Highland cows. Oh my god, I've never wanted a cow so bad in my life. People have them as pets because they're just like mini cows.
These
They're
are
like
so
these miniature
cute.
cows. I think they were bred in like Scotland or something, and more people just like are getting them, and they're like
They give dog vibes for sure.
they're literally like little.
They're
mini
so
dogs.
small. I said like
They're tiny.
they're like this big.
I know, but they're like ridiculously expensive. Like I think they go for like
Really?
thousands and thousands of dollars.
And they just say they stay small.
They stay small, like a little mini. It's just like a little cow. Imagine you just have a little cow in your house. Like what is going on?
I mean, Stark basically like Stark and Nova
Stark is a
sizes,
cow.
Yeah, their sizes I feel like are probably the same size as a mini cow. So
Yeah.
like, why not? Like, why not do it all?
Oh my god,
They're
maybe
so
one day.
cute. How much do you think one costs?
Okay, let's look. I'm gonna Google it. But yeah, they originate in the Highlands of Scotland, making them well suited to survive cold weather climates and lush pasture lands. They're ranging from 36 to 42 inches in height.
Oh my god, they're gonna say like $1,000. I was like, holy shit.
No, Highland cow price.
That's some
Let's see.
expensive ass milk.
They range from 3,000 to 5,000. Sometimes
Okay.
6,000
Dude,
to 6,000.
I
Yeah.
feel like I know people that have paid like $4,000 for their dog.
Dude, I feel like during COVID, I paid. How much did you pay for your dog?
$1,500.
Yeah, we paid 1,800. Like
Yeah.
it's I feel like a couple thousand more, and you can get a
Yeah,
cow.
you're gonna get a cow, a Highland cow. That's adorable.
So freaking cute. I'm like obsessed.
Okay, I need you to tell me about Saltburn because I've been hearing about it for so long, so much stuff. I hear it's like fucked up, it's weird, it's amazing, it's everything and
I felt like
more.
it was like a homework for the pod because normally I'm like, I hear that it's like a really gross movie. I'm like, I don't want to watch that, but I'm like, I have to. It's like for the pop culture reference. I have to watch it. So I watched it last night. Farzad refused to watch it with me, but then he kind of joined in halfway through. So that was weird. So it's based in Oxford.
Okay.
It's about these two friends, this guy, and he's like this nerdy guy, and he meets this other guy, Jacob Elordi, who's like stunning, gorgeous, beautiful. And
6'9",
so hot. And did you know he has an accent?
Yeah, he's Australian, no?
So hot. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I literally, okay, backstory. I fell in love with Jacob Elordi literally like 4 or 5 years ago before he was famous from this movie, this shitty little Netflix movie called The Kissing Booth.
I didn't see the movie, but I've like heard of it.
I was obsessed with this movie for some reason. I thought it was so good. I was probably obsessed with it because of Jacob Elordi, and I think he was only like 20 or 21 years old when he was like acting in this movie, and he played like this high schooler. Anyway, he was super hot in it, and then he was on Euphoria, and I was like, oh my God, it's Jacob Elordi from
And he's dating,
Kissing Booth.
now he's dating Olivia Jade, the girl from the college scandal.
Dude, I know.
I watch her vlogs. Her vlogs are really good and like peaceful.
Yeah,
They're really like nice to just put on
some
in
of
the
her
background.
stuff before, like her Get Ready's with Me and everything.
Yeah, she's cute.
Okay, he actually when he was filming Kissing Booth, he ended up dating Joey King, who was the girl in the Kissing Booth, and then they had this like pretty like tumultuous relationship, and they like split, and then now
She played Gypsy Rose in the act. Joey King.
No way.
Yeah.
LOL.
Yeah.
He went from Gypsy Rose to Olivia Jade.
Oh my God.
Good for him.
Anyway, he's so hot. I feel like he really made the movie. Okay. I definitely skipped through a lot of like there's some really like gnarly scenes of like sexual scenes, but that turn gross. Like, okay, so spoiler alert. There's a scene.
I'm probably not going to watch it.
There's a scene of Jacob Elordi like masturbating in a bathtub, okay? And you're like, okay, whatever, like it's just a masturbation scene. And this guy, the other guy, I don't know his name, he's like watching him, like the main guy in the movie. He's
like his friend?
His friend.
Oh, so his friend's in love with him.
His friend's in love with him, but he's definitely bisexual because he like also makes out with the sister who was like, was like girl, whatever. Anyway, he's like watching him masturbate, and then he like gets out of the bathtub and leaves, and then this guy like licks up all like the cum out of like the bathtub. It was really gross, guys.
Ew.
And like slurps it up, and like it's so nasty. And like,
who wrote that?
I don't know.
Why is that necessary?
I don't know. I literally had to, and I knew this was coming because I'd seen some videos. I knew that this was about to show up because I was like, oh my God, I've seen like videos of this bathtub scene. Like people are like the bathtub scene. So I got to it and I was like, oh my God, I literally can't because I'm going to yak. Like it was so gross. Then
Imagine filming that in front of a bunch of people. Like,
and you see the guy, like there's a lot of nudity in it and stuff too. Like, and then there's this really gross scene where I don't even want to talk about it on the pod, but it's like there's a lot of gross scenes where I'm like, this is sick. This is sick. Like,
and not the good kind,
not the good kind,
bad kind,
the bad kind of sick. Like, and I love like a twisted plot. Like I love like not knowing what's happening in a movie.
Yeah,
and
like Don't Worry, Darling.
Yes.
Like,
see Don't Worry, Darling.
Yeah,
great. It was like, yes, there were some like plot twists and stuff, but it was so disgusting that I was like, okay, it's not the plot twist wasn't that great for like the trauma.
Like, yeah. Or just like sometimes some like fucked up shit happened in Euphoria. Like Euphoria is pretty fucked up and weird, but the storyline is like good, and like it's not like that level. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yes. I don't know. That is just really
just don't watch. If you are going to watch this movie, don't watch it with anyone that you would feel like uncomfortable with watching, like a parent or like a sibling or I don't know, a family
movie night.
No, do not watch this
Saltburn.
movie. I'm glad I was pretty much alone because like it's just not a movie you want to watch.
It's so funny because I just like heard the hype about it, but I had no idea what it was about until more recently when the girls started chatting about it. Yeah. And I remember I was like working out one day in the weekend and I was like, oh, maybe I wanted to watch something while I worked out. I was like, oh, should I watch Saltburn? And then I thought it was a doc, but I'm like, oh, it's a movie. So I was like, nah, I don't want to watch this while I work out. And I put on Alex Earl's podcast instead.
Way better
choice. Holy shit.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know why people are saying it's like the best movie of the year. I've definitely
It's
watched
Gen Z
way
shit.
better movies, guys.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about that. Like, I thought the plot twist was good, but they just didn't need to add all this other like stuff.
Fucking weird shit.
Yeah, they
No
didn't.
thanks.
I feel like the movies nowadays are just trying to be so artsy fartsy.
Yeah,
like,
well, it's kind of like The Idol too, right? Like it starts off with like that picture of her like having jizzle over her face, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, it's too sexual.
Didn't even finish the season. Yeah, it's like over sexualized.
Yes.
It's like and like I don't know, just kind of
what happened to like a good story? You know, it doesn't need to be like sex, drugs, like all this stuff. Like, yeah, you can throw it in there, but if like the whole movie is that,
little spritz,
yeah, a little sprinkle.
But no, we need more storyline, guys.
Yes. Yeah. So that's, I don't know about that. But anyway, let's talk about the Golden Globes because
I did not watch them, but I saw that after tea.
I didn't watch it either because who the frig watches
I didn't
like
even know it was happening.
primetime TV
I know,
anymore.
but I would have been down to actually check it out if I knew that it was happening. But I felt like there was, at least on my end, I saw no promotion on Instagram, on TikTok, on like any of my like news outlets. I just didn't know it was happening.
I don't know. Also, this is a dumb question, but like the Golden Globes, is it just like the Oscars but like lower level? Like I just don't get it. Because there's the Emmys that are for TV shows.
Yes.
There's the Oscars for movies. What the fuck is a Golden Globe then?
Yeah.
And who's making this stuff up? Like who was like, okay, now we're gonna have this award show and it's gonna be called this.
Old white people, man.
So weird, man. It's so weird. But anyway, so if you guys don't know, there was like all this drama surrounding Kylie Jenner, Timothée Chalamet, and Selena Gomez because Taylor Swift because Taylor Swift's always in the middle of every drama ever. So apparently, well, there was a video of essentially Selena walking up to Taylor Swift. You don't see the beginning of the video, like someone's like standing in front of her, but then you see her saying, "I asked to take a picture with him and he said no." And then in another video, she's talking to somebody else and she's like saying the same thing, and the girl says, "Timothée Chalamet," and she goes, "Yeah." So then people put those two together and was like, for some reason, Kylie was brought into this to say like she asked Kylie, "Can I take a picture?" And
with
Kylie
him,
with
she said
him.
no.
I just don't see. Okay,
I don't see Selena Gomez asking Timothée Chalamet for a photo.
why is Selena Gomez asking Kylie, "Can I take a picture with him?"
Yeah.
So that seems weird. And if she's asking Timothy, for Kylie to like jump in and say no, I feel like that's also like, I don't see her doing that. I feel like she's already awkward as it is to be there. Like she's like an influencer. She's not really like an actress or like an A-list celebrity. Like even though she is, like she has millions of followers, I wouldn't put her up there with like Brad Pitt and them, you know?
It's a different kind of fame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just don't see her being that confident to be like, no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Me neither. But then it turned out it wasn't even that. Like Selena actually commented on E! News's post. Did you see this?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. So, because E! News posted and they were like, oh, like apparently like they're gossiping. Like, what did she say to her? Like, we think it's about like Kylie and Timothée Chalamet. Selena actually commented back on the post and was like, oh my God, like, no, I was telling Taylor about two of my friends that had hooked up, even though it's none of anybody's business.
Okay.
Yeah. As she said, like literally exactly what she said. She's like, oh my God, no, I was telling Taylor like two of my friends had hooked up, but it's not anyone's business anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, that's kind of, and then E! News posts like, Selena clears the air about da da da. And like, bro, it was literally on your last post.
E! News with this stuff. It's like click the link to read the article about what happened in this. I always go to the comments because thank God there's always someone who reads the article and just summarizes
just says
it.
what it is. God bless those people.
Thank God for those people are doing God's work, because I'm like, I'm not clicking a goddamn link to a goddamn article.
Link to a link. I'm gonna click the comments
to your Amazon storefront that I have to buy something to see. Fucking
subscribe for $10.99 a month.
Oh my God,
expires in 40 days.
Sign up for the free trial.
No,
oh my God.
No, we're good.
No. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's just so much drama surrounding those. It's like high school drama between two groups of friends. You have the Selena Gomez, the Taylor Swift,
the artsy girl, the women in the arts.
And then you have like Kylie Jenner, Hailey Bieber.
Yeah,
like
the hot popular girls.
Yeah. So anyway, Lord, I don't know what's going to happen with that, but that's
we'll
it's just
see.
so crazy. So crazy.
Okay, speaking of influencers, one of my favorite influencer is Emily Mariko. She's pregnant.
I know. Did you see how they announced it?
No.
Oh my God, the cutest way ever.
Stop it.
So it was around Christmas time,
Okay.
and she posted a video of her putting up her stockings with her and her husband.
Yeah.
And then she put a little baby stocking, like a little baby mini
my
one.
God.
And then she kind of looked at the camera and was like, ah, and then walked out. It was such a good pregnancy announcement because it wasn't like, we're pregnant. It was kind of like so like slick, you know?
Oh my, that's so cute.
It was really cute.
No more salmon bowls for Emily.
So that's what's weird. I saw her then post another video. Maybe this was before she filmed it, before she knew she was pregnant, but she was like eating raw fish. And I was like, girl, someone needs to tell you.
It must have been before.
Yeah, it must have
right?
been before.
Yeah. But then that would have been like 3 months ago.
It's weird. Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway,
but she's like the reason why I make my salmon bowls.
So good.
I remember stumbling upon her during COVID, and she just gave me so much like motivation during COVID to like get my shit together. She is just,
her vlogs are so therapeutic because she's like always going to farmers markets. I'm like,
yeah,
I wish I could go to the farmers market because she lives in like,
San Diego
or something like that.
Some sand.
Yeah, some sand where it's hot and there's always farmers markets.
Yes.
And I would watch her videos of her going to the farmers market and then cleaning out her fridge and food prepping while I was food prepping. And it's just like the nicest Sunday.
And she doesn't even talk. I just love that it's just like no words, just like the ASMR of like opening the containers, putting food into things. Like, it's just so satisfying.
So satisfying.
And she never even posts a fucking caption. And like this girl is just like popped off.
I feel like how has she not written a cookbook yet? I feel like her level of fame, like she didn't monetize it enough. Like I would be cookbook out, like I don't know, like some kind of like chopsticks or something.
like plates or cups and like some sort of dishware, like Emily Mariko edition for like,
or like a meal prep, like containers, like
or Stanley.
Oh my god,
imagine Emily Mariko Stanley.
Emily Mariko, if you're listening,
hire us. We'll make you a lot more money. She must be rich. Her wedding was insane.
And
also,
all sponsored,
I have
probably.
to say, when she did get married, though, her feed was really annoying. It was just all wedding content for so long. I was kind of like, okay,
go back to making your salmon bowls.
Yeah. When's the next salmon bowl happening? Like, I need to know.
We need
to know.
Yeah, I can't agree more. That's too funny. Any other things? Oh, Tate McRae. So Tate McRae from the song Guilty, you know, like the one that popped off on TikTok. Did you know she's from Calgary? She's a Canadian girl.
Yeah. Did you also know she like just graduated high school?
She's a bebe.
She's so young. She's done like that 1034 song too with like Testo, whoever it was. Was it Testo?
I can't remember now. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but
can't be Avicii. He's not alive anymore. It was some sort of famous DJ.
Yeah.
But anyway, and she's had like a few banger songs actually low key that I've really liked for a while. And I remember like just looking into her and I was like, oh my God, she's literally 17 years old in high school. So now she's probably 18 or 19, but she still is so young.
So young. And the fact that first of all, she's stunning, but are people just getting older when they are so young? Like her face doesn't look like she's 17. Like she looks a little bit older than that.
My face was so chubby when I was 17.
Yeah. 1035. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah. 1035.
Yeah. It's by Testo. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Tiesto.
Nailed it. Yeah, I shouldn't have doubted myself. Yeah, that's a banger too. So the fact that she's so young, she's already done a song with Testo.
Been on Saturday Night Live.
And she's Canadian, so we love that. Calgary's so random.
I
think she got famous through TikTok, right?
Yeah, I think so too. Oh my God. TikTok is just like at least like helping a lot of these artists that would never get seen. Sorry. But a Canadian girl, other than like Justin Bieber, are getting discovered nowadays. But if you have a good voice and you're able to just like, use your platform,
you can go viral. Okay, last thing I want to talk about for tabloid talk, and I don't know if you've heard about this yet. They were talking about it on Giggly Squad, but I heard about it too before they mentioned it. Have you heard about how Panera is getting charged for this like charged lemonade they've been making?
Where it's like insane amounts of caffeine.
Yes, it's like 300 milligrams. Like it's insane.
It's
like
crazy amounts, guys.
Dude,
like it's like 5 Red Bulls. It's
like
insane.
a Red Bull is like 80 milligrams to put in perspective. A cup of coffee is what, like 30?
30?
So
like a tea's like 5 or 3?
So 300. So there was this girl that had this heart condition where she like can't have caffeine or she will literally like die. So she does not have any caffeine. So she went and got a lemonade because lemonade shouldn't have any caffeine in
Also,
it.
if I heard charged lemonade, in my head, I'm thinking, oh my God, it's like healthy lemonade. Like,
yeah, like charged up with vitamins.
Yeah, like
death.
it's like a booster juice type of thing.
Yes.
You know?
Right? And I don't know. I just feel like they should have advertised that way better. Anyway, so she gets this lemonade, drinks it. Her heart like has a complete like failure reaction to it, and she died. And she was like in her 20s.
I hope she's suing.
I hope her family is suing because that's really fucked up. Also, who in the board office was like, guys, lemonade, 300 milligrams of caffeine, and someone was like, yeah, sick. That's a great idea, dude. Like, let's do that. Like,
and
what
also,
the fuck?
Okay, this is an aside, but Panera is so overrated.
So basic.
I'm so whatever.
Why does
about
it even still
Panera.
exist?
I
Close
don't
it
know.
down. Who's
But
going to Panera? Who's like, yo, let's go to Panera tonight.
Let's go to Panera and get a sandwich and a soup. Like, no.
Yeah, let's get some bread and salad.
I remember
No.
at every like staff like lunch, they'd be like, "Oh, we should get like I don't know, like some lunch. Oh, should we get Panera?" I'm like, "No, can we get like anything but Panera? Panera sucks.
Anything.
Panera sucks.
It's probably bottom of the totem pole for me.
Me too.
Bottom of the food chain.
There's so many better
I'm trying
sandwich
to
spots.
I'm trying to think of what else I wouldn't want to get more than Panera, and I actually can't right now. I can't think of a single thing.
No, I'd rather like anything else. Panera is just so basic. Like
So basic.
I don't want your Lay's chips and your broccoli soup.
Yeah, and the only seasoning they use is probably salt and pepper.
It's not good.
Nothing else.
I would rather Roberto's 1,000 times
Oh
over.
my God, are you kidding me? Roberto's a luxury. Guys, if you don't know Roberto's, if you go to Pleasant Park in Saint Laurent, there's a gas station there. There's a hole in the wall. Romina discovered it with Farzad back when they literally had a little like
wooden sign.
over the old Subway sign because it was a Subway. It says Roberto's.
And the only reason we knew about this is because Faraz is so obsessed with Subway, you know this,
Right.
that we would get Subway all the time. And then one time he went and he's like, it's not Subway anymore, it's something else. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so down to try it because I freaking hate Subway sometimes.
Yes, thank God you were down to try it because, guys, they give you so much meat. Like, it's like family owned, student run. Like, it's always like kids there making your sandwiches. They pack on the meat. They have spicy eggplant. They have like homemade pastas, homemade desserts like for you to buy.
Desserts are so good.
It's it's so good.
It's so good. But yeah, definitely go check out like your local sandwich shop over Panera. Because Panera sucks.
Padonta.
Let's end it with some health and wellness if we have time for that. I want to hear about this couples therapist thing.
Oh my gosh. Okay. This was really cool. Let me pull this up. So I was on my Instagram feed and then this thing came up. I follow a few like health and wellness accounts and there's this guy named Lewis House and he posted this slide and it says couples therapists noticed 7 patterns in couples who like quote unquote made it. So like didn't break up, like they stuck together long term, like they're together, they're in it to win it. And these are the 7 patterns that they noticed. And I thought some of them are really interesting.
Cool.
So one is that they had boundaries with family. So they put their relationship first and had clear boundaries with their family. They didn't vent to them about issues or make decisions based on what their family wanted. They did what was best for their partnership together.
I could not agree more with that because I know a lot of couples sometimes like, especially if like you had a specific relationship with your family before you met your partner. And then sometimes it's hard to break that off to be like, this is a boundary now. Like my partner comes first, especially in a marriage. Like you are now your own family. You know what I mean? And once you have kids, then your family comes before everything else, right?
It's very
so
true.
Sometimes it's hard to distinguish that, especially if you came from such a tight-knit family to then be like, okay, like I still love you guys, but now I have my own family. You know what I mean?
I feel like it can be a fine line.
Yeah.
So definitely making boundaries is super healthy and it's okay and that's normal.
Yeah.
And you can like still love everybody and love both and that's okay. Just set some boundaries. This one, obviously really important. They were friends. So you genuinely enjoy spending time with each other. You know, you're excited to come home and catch up after a long day. And that friendship was like the basis of their relationship.
Like you cannot get married to someone or be in a relationship with them if you don't like them. Like it's as simple as that. Like if you don't want to hang out with them, if you guys always have to be hanging out with other people in your relationship and have others around you, it's never going to last.
100%.
You need to be good in your own just two-person duo.
I can't think of anyone more that I can like sit around with and like do nothing with, but do everything with at the same time other than Matt. And like when I come home from work, I'm like, I just want to see Matt and Stark, man. Like no matter what kind of day I had, if it was a good day or a bad day, like I know like seeing them is just going to make whatever the situation is so much better.
Yeah.
So be friends first. They had been through really dark times. So I feel like sometimes you need to have some struggle in your relationship. So they've been through ups and downs where they were at crossroads and even maybe had second thoughts. When I was reading this to Matt, he's like, wait, you had second thoughts? And I was like, I actually never had second thoughts about you, baby.
Yeah.
But I can see where they're coming from, where sometimes you want to just like,
it brings you closer.
Yeah,
if you've been
your hard
through
times bring you closer.
right?
Like it's just life. It's real life.
Yeah, like if you've only ever had great moments, like then you don't know how
do you react in those situations?
And I think a big part of this too, I've listened to a lot of podcasts talking about like relationships and marriage. You have to learn how to fight, because learning how to fight is like, it's so much better than anything else. If you learn how to fight, then you can get through a lot.
Yes, because if you don't fight, then you're just being complacent and
Yes.
you're just like settling and agreeing with everything. And like, I'm sorry, but that's literally impossible. You're not going to agree on everything all the time. Like there's going to be times when you fight. And that actually is one of them, is they fought. So they got on each other's nerves, they fought and were frustrated with each other at times, but they knew how to navigate conflict, bounce back, and move forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think something like Matt and I actually didn't like fight in our relationship for like a really, really long time. So I think when we did first like have one of our first fights, it was kind of like, oh no, like
how are we gonna
it's
do
kind of,
this?
you know, like Chandler and Monica in that
Yes.
one episode where they're like, oh my God, we fought, like it's over, like da da. But it's like, no, it's like it's okay to fight and it's normal to fight. It's just like bouncing back from that and then like just learning how you fight as a couple
and fighting styles. There's different fighting styles.
Yeah, we've talked about it before.
Yeah.
Like I'm like a fix it now, let's talk
Yes.
about it, let's get through it. Matt's like, I need time, like let me think for a bit. And I think you're the opposite, right? Like you're like more like Matt.
No, I'm like I'm like you.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
like I'm an explosive. Like I want to vent about my feelings, but then I also just need time to just like chill and then regroup, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, so
it's okay if you guys fight. It's all good.
yeah.
And another one is they let each other be themselves. So there was a base level of respect and admiration for each other rather than a desire to change each other. So this freedom brought out the best parts of each other.
Yep.
Right. So like you're not, I think like little things might change about the person, but like deep down at their core, like they are who they are. You can't change their personality.
You can't change them. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was a good one.
I think that's a really good one too.
Ooh, also they had difficult conversations.
So important. It goes back to fighting.
Exactly.
If you're just like if you're just avoiding each other
Avoiding
or like
conflict,
or like you can only go to your girlfriends and like talk shit about him and be like, oh my God, this is happening, but I don't know what to do, and you can't tell those things to your partner.
Yeah.
You're with the wrong person, or maybe you just have never done those things and you need to get through that like first bump, you know?
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
So they communicated regularly and were open to each other's perspectives. They didn't cope by avoiding or denying, and emotional regulation was present. So conversations rarely became explosive. Yeah. So you can have those difficult conversations. That doesn't mean it's necessarily going to lead to a fight. It's just being able to navigate those difficult conversations.
Yeah. So important. Wow. I really like these.
Yeah. Oh, and then the last one is they made light of each other's quirks.
Oh.
So they appreciated and acknowledged the quirks in each other. And even if they were at times annoying, they made light of them and were never hypercritical.
Love it.
So for example, Matt always leaves closet doors open, and
Farza leaves the toilet seat up. But,
yeah.
you know?
And I'm just like, I just make jokes about it now. And I'm like, you know what? Small price to pay to close the closet door. Is it that big of a deal? Maybe I'm the problem. Like, why can't the door just be open? Why does it always have to be shut?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a me problem.
No, exactly. And you just have to laugh about it. Like, they're not going to be perfect. And like,
we're not perfect.
Things that he doesn't like, but it's just,
I can think of so many things
I can think
I do
of so
that
many
are probably
things too.
so
I'm
annoying.
like, oh my God. Yeah. There's so many. I can sit here all day and talk about so many things, but it's coming, like, you just love them regardless. Like, you're just like, even with your little stupid things that you do, like, you little shit, but like, I love you, you know, that's what you.
This one kind of reminds me too, like, I feel like for me and Matt, like, my favorite thing about our relationship is that we're both just like so silly around each other. And I feel like just being silly just keeps everything like so light and so fun, and just, I don't know, if you can't be silly with your partner, it's like, what are you doing?
No,
you want to be silly.
Yeah. You want to be like so silly that if anyone watched you guys,
Yes.
they'd be like, wait, you guys are weird. Like, you know what I mean?
Say that all the time. Sometimes we're like, imagine if someone listened to this conversation right now, they'd be like,
sometimes I'm like, oh my God, is someone here? We can't be like talking like this, you know? And that's when you know, like, you're like, I'm like 100% myself.
Yes.
Anyone else was watching this would be like, you guys are
they'd be like, I gotta go. Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Okay. That
gosh.
flew by
So fast.
I feel so much better Oh, thank God, because it was a rough start to the day, guys, as you know, but we made it.
We made it, guys. And whether you're listening to this on a Saturday afternoon or morning, well, not morning because we just put this out, but whenever you're listening to this, whether it's a weekday or a weeknight, I hope you enjoyed it and you can relax and
we love you.
Make yourself a sleepy girl mocktail tonight.
Ooh,
maybe add some vodka if you're not doing dry gin.
Some White Claw vodka. Okay, we love you guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.